Right. I gotta step away from this machine. So recently I received a letter, I think it was yesterday or the day before, from the Congressman's office about some issues that I wrote specifically about. However, the reply I got was, well, it looked like you guys have generic letters that you just send out to people. And while I do believe, while these are issues that relate to the border, this is not specifically about the border. This is about the security of America, which is more than just border security. Can you do me a favor and see if we can pull up this information?
What information were you looking for?
So what I'd like you to do is, because this letter was not properly read and responded to, I would like you to pull this letter up, verify it's still in your system if you can, and then resubmit it properly, and also take down a quick note to add to reference to it so that there isn't any confusion the second time.
Yes, sir. So, I can definitely take down any comments you have concerning the letter, and I can pass it along to the Congressman and to our legislative aide. And she is currently not in the office, but she could talk to you directly about some of the specific issues you were concerned with.
Well, no. See, they're not issues I'm concerned with. They're issues that several Texans and several Americans are concerned with.
Mm-hmm.
See, what's been asked is what steps can be taken to create these specific solutions. Things like requiring states to introduce the law to people, requiring that criminal law translations are made so that people have fair use and can use the justice system in order to combat crime, so that improved access is created in order for people to use the justice system to combat crime, as well as putting up signs at the border so that people have no doubt that they're breaking the law and being used by these people who are smuggling them over, and that they're taking advantage of opportunities that Americans would have, and that they're, in effect stealing from Americans when they come into our country, and so on and so forth. So let's do this again. If we got to do a 100,000 man march, then we'll do that. Whatever it takes. But first, we got to make sure that you can pull up the information, because I can honestly tell you, doesn't matter why this staffer, didn't perform their job at this time properly. It's understood. Mistakes are made. But let's get this properly read and determine what steps need to be taken.
Yes,
what
sir.
information
So I am just an intern, so I do not have access to those files at this time. But I can definitely take down your information, and we can give you a call back whenever the staffer is available to speak to you regarding certain aspects. Yeah, so I'll put in your information that you just have a few more questions that you would like answered regarding the letter that you sent. And I'll talk to my... What was that?
Yeah. Okay. Let me give you the contact info, and then I'll tell you what the request that's being made is.
Yes, sir. And you said your name was Mr. Woodall?
Nicholas. Yes, Nicholas.
All right. And what was your address?
600 North Stemmons, Stemmons.
Yes, sir.
Street, Sanger, Texas, Sanger.
All right.
76266. Can you repeat that back to me?
Yes, we have you in the system. So it's 600 North Stemmon Street, Sanger, Texas 76266. And this is your
Yes.
phone number, correct?
Can you spell Simmons
512
to me?
STEMMONS.
All right. And yes, what other info?
Is this the correct phone number that works well? It's 512-297-8742.
Yes, it does.
All right. All right. And what were those specific concerns?
And so the specific concerns are requests were made to what this office would need to create legislation for the solutions presented. The response was, I'm very concerned about border security, which did not answer the question of, will you sign something up, will you draft up legislation that says states are required to have educational materials for interactions with law enforcement. States are required, and federal jurisdictions are required to have criminal law translated so that persons who don't speak English can use the justice system to say, hey, I found some crime, hey, I found some criminals. Well, there's a house across the street, and I know because I can see it right here in my own language, I can read it. Improved access so that they can get online and use these criminal translations. Improved access so that everyday Americans have easier access to laws. And again, putting up signs at the border, requiring that all states have border signs, requiring that all states have maybe a minimal amount of signing as you travel from one state to another.
Mm-hmm.
Was that too fast for you?
No, sir.
Can you read it to me?
Yes. So I took down just some key overarching ideas. And I just said requests were made to the office to make specific solutions to the issues that were presented in your letter. The response did not narrow down specific solutions, such as specific legislation to solve problems. And so she can call you back regarding that issue and maybe just talk to you about some specifics. But thank you so much for calling in, Mr. Woodall.
You know, whether it's, posting up signs saying that we support the Congressman, or gathering petitions in Texas, whatever have you. We want to know what steps need to be taken so that this office will see reason for creating that legislation. And so let me give you my email address in case they have trouble pulling up that other info.
Mm-hmm. And what was that?
It's FAIR, F-A-I-R. Correct. All right, man. Well, I do appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. I will for sure pass that along to our legislative aide, and she will get back to you.
Can I ask who this person I'm looking for is, or I'm waiting to hear from?
I believe it will be Alexa, but that is just a direct supervisor, so it should be Alexa. But
Okay,
she's just currently unavailable.
All right.
But thank you so much for calling, sir,
Yep.
and I will pass along your comments.
Thank you. If we can get a response today, if we can figure this out, the sooner the better. And I have a question for you, ma'am. Did you know that more thefts, more crimes, more assaults, more robberies are committed than any type of, let's say, rapes or other crimes committed by illegal aliens? I find it odd because, to be honest, when looked at, the majority of the crimes that illegal aliens commit, as far as those rapes and sex crimes go, is against other illegal aliens. And so I think that a better focus for saying migration is, has deleterious effects on the American community would be to say they drain the economy by lowering the cost of employment rates or so on and so forth, and they steal. This is effectively theft. I don't know why the news goes the way they do. I just thought that I would ask that. Just something for y'all to think about. Have a good day, ma'am.
Thank you so much for calling. You have a good day.
Thank you. Bye.